Hello everybody, it's me, and welcome back to the video. Now, this video is gonna be more of, not really a rant, but I'd say kind of just, I'm gonna complain, if that's kind of just my entire goal here, is to somewhat complain about a subject which we probably all know about. You guys probably know about Marvel. I kind of just wanted to rant about it because I just got back from watching Thor: Love and Thunder. Not really just got back. I got back like, by the time this is gonna be up in the morning. I just got back like 2 hours ago from seeing the movie, and it's about 1 a.m. right now. So I was up pretty late. I know, but I really just wanted to talk about the movie, and I'm not really gonna be paying attention during the battle. It's just background footage. You guys have something to watch, but I really wanted to talk about it because I've kind of noticed something after Multiverse of Madness. Of course, I noticed a little something that a lot of Marvel films that is happening with Marvel films as of recent. I have noticed, like, a lot of Marvel movies, you gotta know like so much backstory before you can understand what's happening in the movie. Like in Multiverse of Madness, you've had to have watched WandaVision, you had to have watched No Way Home to understand what's going on. Like, you just have to watch a lot of things to like fully understand, like, oh, this is what's happening, in, you know. And that's fine. I mean, you can totally do that. I don't really think anyone really cares what you really do with your movie, but I have a little bit of an issue because, of course, I follow Marvel. I've followed Marvel. I will follow Marvel for long time, but it's just, as of recent, I feel like they've been lacking, and the movies that I've been going to, they haven't really had that same level of hype I've been wanting them to have, you know? If that makes any sense. I don't know. It might just be me, but I kind of want them to tone it down. Like, don't get me wrong. The movies that they're coming out with are decent. Overall, I would give, like, Thor: Love and Thunder, like, a 7. It was a decent movie, but I really just, it was kind of mid for me. I was fine with what they were doing and how they executed it. I liked Gore. I think he was a really good villain. I feel like what they did with the Lady Thor, I feel like wasn't the best option, if I'm going to be entirely honest. I didn't really like that because it's just like, hey, here's someone you've been waiting for so long. Oh, she's dead. You know, she dies at the end of the movie, and it kind of sucks. I'll probably put a spoiler wall at the very beginning, so you're probably not even going to care. But if you see that, then yeah, there's a spoiler wall, so just be warned about that. But she died at the end of the movie, and she was a really cool character, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like there's no stakes in these movies, because I swear, we know they're all going to get out alive and fine, except for the newer characters. I feel like it's another issue we had with Stranger Things, Volume 2, is that they killed off the character that not a lot of people got emotionally attached to, like, super quickly, you know? Like, I don't feel like I was that attached to Eddie. I really gotta remember, like, what things I'm spoiling here, so then, like, I know what to say in the video. I know what to say at the very beginning, so I'll probably put notes down. But I just want Marvel film, I want to be able to go into a Marvel movie and not have to know the entire Infinity Saga to understand what's going on. I feel like that's a really hard task to do, however, because you're needing to tell a story, and you could probably do it with flashbacks. Like, you can just do it with flashbacks. Although the audience that's been following it for so long is like, I already know this, the general audience, like the casual audience that's not really follows it, they're gonna be like, oh, so this is what's going on, you know? They could get caught up in like 2 seconds. So that's the thing I wish Marvel would start doing. And plus, I want there to be a movie that I'm just going to be talking about for so long. I'm going to be honest, I was one of those guys that, like, I'm going to be honest here, I liked Eternals. I was someone that liked Eternals. Not sure if that makes me, like, an actual demon to society, but I liked it on my second viewing. On the first time, I didn't really like it, but on my second time around, I really did enjoy Eternals, because I thought it was just, like, instead of, like, going at it like, oh, this movie's absolutely horrible because of, like, the stupid CGI demon, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to sit back, I'm going to enjoy this movie, not take it seriously. And when I didn't take it seriously, it was a really fun mess, and I loved it. And yeah, I just kind of wish I don't know. I feel like you need to have like, I feel like you need, I understand test screenings, you know, like critics. I know all those like the best movie of all time. I feel like it's all completely fake. Like, I swear it's all fake. Like, no one's really like, this is the literal best movie of all time, of all year. You know? I feel like those are not actual, like, reviews on the movie. It's literally just, then, like, putting it in. I don't know. I'm just going on a rant, and I don't care. I want people to hear what I have to say, because I want to go back to what I was talking about before of Thor: Love and Thunder. I liked the villain. I liked what they did with the villain's backstory. I did not like how they killed off Lady Thor, like, at the end of the movie. I was really excited to see Natalie Portman in more movies, but she's gone with Marvel, which is very sad. And it did not live up to the expectation that I hoped that was going to be Ragnarok. I was really hoping this would be the next Ragnarok. I'd be able to sit down and laugh at this movie. I got a few chuckles. I got a few laughs. I did like a few things about the movie. Actually, I liked a lot of things about the movie. Just a few things didn't exactly stay as if how I wanted them to. Like the screaming goats, I feel like were just overplayed so much. Like they were so obvious when that joke was gonna come in. I feel like the fight scenes had like no stakes because we knew like, hey, this guy is not going to die. You know, like we know that Valkyrie is not going to die on the Shadow Realm. We know that Thor isn't going to die because this is his movie. We know Jane Foster isn't going to die. And that was like the one cool fight scene. And I loved that interaction between all that. And then I kind of just, the villain was really cool. I don't know. Something about Thor: Love and Thunder was just really mid to me, and I just didn't really enjoy it as much as I thought I was going to. But that doesn't mean you should go into it being like, oh, this movie kind of sucks. No, I think it was a fine movie. And that keeps me going on to my subject about Marvel. One of my favorite Disney Plus series is, on Disney Plus, of course, is actually Hawkeye. I think it was just such a step back, and it was just so relaxing to watch. I mean, I wasn't just like, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I just didn't really seem to me like it was so intense. Like there was magic, there was all that everywhere. I just enjoyed Hawkeye because it was so simple, and it was just such a simple premise, and like I feel like ever since Hawkeye, stuff has started to die down in my hype. If you would have asked me what movie I was utterly most excited for on, like, I would have totally said Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which I think I should talk about this movie, because I was actually initially going to do a review on that movie, but then I decided to kind of be like, I'll keep it on the down low for a little bit. I was going to do it at some point. But my point about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, my only real problems with the movie were how they executed Wanda as a character. I feel like making her the villain makes a little bit of sense if you want to really lean towards she's corrupted by the Darkhold kind of plot line. But in the end, it doesn't really make sense because she had just gone out of WandaVision wanting to use her powers for good. And I get the corruption of the Darkhold and everything, but I just felt like it was stupid because she had just gone through all of her stages of grief and such, you know? Like, I feel like she'd just gotten over that, and now she's having to deal with, like, everything over again. It just doesn't really seem fair. I don't know if it's just me, but it didn't really seem fair for them to do that to her as a character, because it was so much potential in that movie, but it just felt wasted. And then there's the Illuminati, which I think a lot of people are controversial about. I know there's a lot of memes about, like, Wanda, Black Bolt could destroy you with one whisper with his mouth. I feel like people are overplaying that scene too much. If you listen and you look at John Krasinski in that movie, you're going to see how his facial expressions turn whenever Wanda asks him the question, like, is their mother still alive? And he says, yes, being like, maybe I think in his mind he was thinking, like, if I answer this question, she's going to be like, oh, well then you would know what it's like being a grieving mother, you know? But no, he got the reaction he didn't expect. He's like, good. Then there will be someone left to raise them. And you can see he's actually taken aback by that comment. You can literally see his head tilt up. His body language is all saying like, oh crap, I did not expect that. Like, at all. You could tell he's like, I did not expect that. So when someone threatened his family, he went for the most something he could just pressure with, and he was like, Black Bolt can destroy you with one whisper from his mouth. And that's what that happened. I don't want to deal with this hero, so he's gonna chase down, and I'm gonna die. But that was the movie. I feel like that was my really only issue. I really, really liked Wanda as the villain in that movie. I felt like she really portrayed how scary some characters can get in these Marvel movies. I think she really did. She really showed like how strong and scary characters can be if they get out of line. Like, what if Iron Man went evil? Like, what would have happened then? That would not have been a very good time, would it have? I feel like now I'm just like focusing more on this battle instead of what I wanted to say. I just wanted to say, I want Marvel to revert back to what it was doing before. Because before it was more simple and it wasn't as utterly chaotic, you know? Like, it wasn't, I wasn't having to learn like 11d7 new lore things. Why did I do that? Why did I go into my brain? I don't have to learn so many new things about these movies, you know? Like, I'd rather just sit down and be like, oh, cool, that's a movie. And, like, not have to know everything about what's happened in the past, you know? Phase 1 was such a more simpler time. You didn't have to know literally anything about these freaking movies. Now you have to literally know the encyclopedia of, like, Marvel, or it's over. But hey, that's just me. That's just me. I feel like just be simpler with these movies. Or you can just go all out crazy, or I will always watch Marvel, and I'll always think their movies are good in some aspects, but sometimes they can flop, which I don't think really any Marvel movies ever flopped, except for Eternals and like Thor Love and Thunder. Not Thor Love and Thunder, I meant Thor the Dark World. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I don't know, just a rant about Marvel. I feel like I didn't get everything I wanted to say out, because usually when I start these rants, I'm in the mood of like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to talk about this, you know? But then like when I get halfway through it, I get off track, I talk about other things, and then I forget about what I mainly wanted to talk about. But yeah, that's kind of just all my stuff about Marvel and how I miss the old days, but I'm excited to see what's coming. And I really just want to see Wanda just going ham on like everybody. I just want to see her be good again. If anything, I just want to see Wanda Maximoff as the good guy, you know? I think we all want to see. It might just be me, but that's what I want to see. But yeah, we're about to end this battle. Ursul's dead, Jungle Jitsu's free, and Aloko's whole team, including wrestling. So yeah, this game is going to end, but I'm actually glad I was able to talk about a lot of Marvel stuff while getting through at least one of these battles. And this team I've been using has actually just been so fun, because it's just relaxing to just put down barbs and then just play on autopilot, because I just clicked on just do twice and win because of the barbs chip. Never have to once go back into Simon, and if I do, I go against Deladrix, which it actually can beat Deladrix because of deep freeze. So yeah, but totally just me. Let me know your comment. Comment down below what you think about Marvel right now. And be entirely honest, like, I don't want you to be like Marvel's mid just because you can say that, because we all know it isn't as what it used to be, you know? So, yeah. That will be the end of the video. And the end of my little rant. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I will see everybody in the next one. Bye-bye.